imposter slot, bruv. Like, that is crazy, bro. And
Bowling ball head, bro. I can't stand him.
it doesn't get any easier for him. Obviously, they're at home to Villa. Could see a bounce back reaction. Then they've got 2 massive games. Trent back at Anfield against Real Madrid, and then they go away to Man City. ST, could there be a pot, bro? ST, if he were to draw against Villa, lose against Real Madrid, and then lose against Manchester City, we've got an international break after that. Could it be in the realms of possibility?
I don't think it will.
This man could be sacked.
I hope. I hope he stays because he's useless.
Shout out to you, bro, with the judge getting Frank sacked. But people were hounding him and had the pitchforks out. Whereas Mascera is getting given time. And let's be realistic. I think that with Mascera, obviously they finished in the top 4, won the Club World Cup. I think Frank Lampard in his first season finished in the top 4, didn't have any money to spend, and then obviously got done in the January.
Yeah.
So if they lose this game, to Tottenham, bro, he's going to be under some serious pressure.
Spartans! What is your profession?
Yes, people, another edition of Knightz and the Roundtable Discussions where we discuss all sports all the time. Got my guy ST in the building. How are you doing, sir?
I'm all good, man. You know what? We're a little bit more happy. We're not in the slums anymore in general in life. We're happy, you know. You see the smile on our faces. I mean, it's just a start, but you know, we can actually put our faces on camera and be happy and smiling.
Bro, it's mad that, like, obviously taking international on the side of other poddies about other sports, but this in particular, bro, it's been positive. It's been positive. We can't deny that. Obviously, we've got 2 other teams as well. It's been a little bit indifferent, but in the case of Manchester United, it's been positive. We will get into it 100%. But yes, people, we are back. Footie Chat is back. We're going to be dissecting and talking about all the stuff that has been currently going on in the world of football, including the preview for the big game of the weekend. But as usual, before we start, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up on the same time. Share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. Before we start, ST, obviously, our thoughts and prayers go out to all the people in the Caribbean after
of course. In the Caribbean,
Hurricane Melissa came and she did the business, bro. Obviously, you know me being of Jamaican heritage. It's a difficult touch wood. Been in contact with family members that are out there and they are safe and they are well. So that is the positive, obviously, for all the people out there. Hopefully your family members and all your people are good. Obviously not just Jamaica, but obviously Cuba, Haiti, Bahamas,
Dominican Republic
as well. Yeah. So it's hit the Caribbean where it hurts, and it's a mad one. It is a mad one, but. Hopefully, people out there, if you are from that region, or your family as well are well, or your friends are well, it's gonna take a long time to recover from this. It was crazy, bro. Like when I see what's happened online, like especially over there in St. Elizabeth in Jamaica, the flooding, the landslides, bro. Rooftops are gone, bro.
Yeah.
The devastation. is mad. And this, bro, listen, as we said, we can be as man, be on land and all that, and be trying to control this and control that, but we can't control Mother Nature, in it. When Mother Nature wants to do what she wants to do, like, there's nothing you can do about it but hope that you can survive it. But people, there are charities out there. I will not necessarily promote, obviously, the mainstream ones, but I can't tell you what to do. But there are smaller charities out there. I think Shelly Ann's put up a charity
Yes, yes.
out there, and there's loads of charities out there. So if you can and want to donate or try and help with some aid or whatever it is you want to do, please do so. And for all my Caribbean people that watch us, listen, we're going to support, and we'll obviously keep the relevancy going, because at the end of the day, if it hasn't affected us directly, it's affected us indirectly. But it is a mad one. But again, thoughts and prayers going out to all those people in the Caribbean. But ST, let's get back to the main event. People, apologies. There was no footy chat last week. Life be life, and unfortunately we couldn't get up there, but we are back. ST, let's start. We're going to start because I know everyone's come on here and they're expecting us to start with Man United, and we will get to United. But let's start off with the two teams that are involved in the big game for the weekend. Let's start off with Chelsea, bro. Ninth in the Premier League, 3 points off top four, 8 points off of Arsenal. Bro, ST, it's a weird one. It's a weird one for Chelsea when I look at it from Chelsea perspective, because obviously they won the Club World Cup. Whatever you think about that is what you think about it. But they won the Club World Cup. When I look at their start, like, it's kind of mad because they have won games. They haven't lost as many as people may have thought they have. Obviously, they lost to us. They lost to Brighton. I think those are the only two losses. People may have to find out. But I think that those are the only two losses that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't think they've. Oh, and in the Champions League, they lost to Bayern Munich. But yeah, Mascera seems like he's in trouble, bro. And I think the issue for Chelsea, Sunderland. How can I forget the most recent loss to Sunderland? Oh my days, last minute. But I think the problem for Mascera is ST is that, yes, they've been hit with injuries, Levi Colwill, Cole Palmer. But I think the biggest thing for them is the disciplinary issues, bro.
Yeah, every day they're getting sent off.
Bro, like, they've had 6 red cards in their last 9 games in all competitions, bro. And I'm just like, you can't. And the thing is, don't get me wrong, even though they have done, I think so. There's a red card against United, against us, which they lost. The red card against Brighton, which they lost. But the last 4, Benfica, they won that one. Forest, they won. Ajax, they won, and then Wolves recently in the cup, they won. But bro, what is wrong with them? Like, I don't get it. It's one thing when it's a one-off and you just think, oh, it was a late tackle or whatever. But when you got 6 red cards in 9 games, bro, this seems like a pattern to me. How do you see Chelsea right now and how they're going at the moment?
It's what I've been saying for a long time as well. It all comes down to young and inexperienced. That's what I'm going at, and this is why I didn't pick Chelsea to win the league or challenge for the league. They're still young and very experienced. They're just, a lot of the defenders are rash. A lot of their players are rash. Like, for example, Delap is a young man. He's a very good player, but he's rash.
Stupid.
All these Chalaba, all these other guys, rash. And
Gusto
rash.
Sanchez got sent off against us.
Yeah, rash.
Who else? Like, was it Bradashili? Did Bradashili
get rash?
Enzo? Did Enzo? No, Enzo, not Enzo.
No, not Enzo. But even he's rash. Even he's a hothead. They're young. They're really young side. But when you have youth and exuberance, you get a lot of rash, like bad tackling, just like high energy. and it's affecting them. And you can tell that because they're young and inexperienced, they're making stupid decisions, like going in for late unnecessary tackles, squaring up to referees and players, and it's costing them. Like now, Delap is going to be out for a match, I think.
Yeah,
Whereas Chelsea,
he's out this weekend
against
against
Spurs,
Tottenham. Yeah,
like, yeah, and it's going to be, and it's annoying because they can use him because João Pedro is out of form.
and he's playing like João Pedro's best position is the 10. Is playing in
10,
the 10. It's not
yes,
playing up
yes,
front.
he's
But
not playing up
obviously,
front.
if he's playing in the 10, they're using what Ginyu Force and
Gittins,
and fucking who's the other
Neto.
person? Like, so obviously their wide players are Neto, Gittins, Crap Nacho. But obviously they're using that Giyu and that young you. What's that young you? The black
Harry
you.
George.
Yeah.
George.
Those are bro. Like you can't for a team like Chelsea in 2025, that can't be your centre forwards. And obviously, I will point out to the fact that obviously they got rid of Waxon Jackson. He's on loan at Bayern Munich. But even still, like it's crazy to think that they're using Ginyu Force and friggin' Tyreek George as their strikers. Like, and obviously Liam Delap's young as well, but at least he's got Premier League experience being with Ipswich. But in that attacking area, they've got a serious problem. And you talked about it. It's the youth and inexperience, bro. We can point to the goal that Sunderland scored to win it on the weekend, bro. Who's it? Achempong and Chalobah? Was it those two that were playing Sunderland?
No, it was Tosin.
Tosin. Yeah, Tosin and Achem. Is it Tosin and Achempong, innit? Yeah.
Yeah, Tosin and Achempong,
Yeah, those two were the centre-backs. Bro, first things first, how has a ball come out over the top and the centre forward has beaten you to it? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Because the fact of the matter is, one should be marking, the other should be sweeping. So how's that happened?
And then the second thing is, as you said, I don't know who's in midfield, but they just let that player just run. I couldn't believe it. They let the player run.
Caicedo,
was it
Caicedo or Lavia, one out of the two of them let him go.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, ST, before we even get to that, I know Brian Brodbury's a big guy, but bro, how have your two centre-backs allowed him to hold the ball up for that long?
Yeah.
Bro, hold the ball up for that long, and then he's laid it off, and then it was fantastic finish. I don't know who the Sunderland player was to win it. But that is massively inexperienced because they should have never been in that situation as it is. And you and I obviously touched on it earlier in the season and said that's the reason why in which Chelsea won't challenge. And that is because of not because of the attacking options. I think they've got good attacking options, but it's the inexperience, especially at centre back, that is going to be their Achilles heel. And this isn't to shit on Chelsea as much as I like to, but because obviously Caicedo's having a fantastic start to the season. He's been brilliant. Pedro Neto's looked good. João Pedro started off well, has tailed off a little bit. So they are. Reece James having a consistent run of games, which is good for Chelsea. So there are some positives, but all in all, the youthfulness of the team is gonna cost them, and we have to look at the manager because this is a reflection of the manager. And I would say, even though it's not a crisis, Mascera is under pressure, bro, because it's like this money has been spent, and you're not getting the best out of these players. We're not seeing a level of consistency that they should be seeing, and the ill discipline, they all come together. And the fact that you're not seeing games off. I know it was a cup game and they made rotated players. You were 3-0 up against Wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
That game finished 4-3.
Right.
Like, that shouldn't happen. At 3-0, you should be comfortable. Nottingham Forest, the day that Ange got sacked, cool. You should have been 3-0 down in the first half, if Nottingham Forest.
If they could take their chances.
If they could take their chances. Benfica gave them a good goal. in the
Benfica,
Champions League.
Luka Bacchio hit the post. All these things like this. Yeah, man.
So, and then we saw it with Brighton, and then obviously losing to us as well. That it's not all hunky dory, bro. And
no,
it's going to be massive for Mascera because this game is a massive game. Obviously, both these teams don't like each other. It's a proper derby.
yes.
Chelsea and Tottenham, they do not like each other. If he were to lose this game,
he'd be in trouble.
Serious questions are going to be asked.
Yeah.
We saw in the group chat, shout out Cooking with Rash, and he put it out there and said, Fat Frank at this same amount of games had 1 point more than Mascera, and people, bro, shout out to you, bro, with the judge getting Fat Frank sacked. But people were hounding him and had the pitchforks out, whereas Mascera is getting given time. And let's be realistic. I think that with Mascera, I think obviously they finished in the top 4, won the Club World Cup. I think Frank Lampard in his first season finished in the top 4, didn't have any money to spend, and then obviously got done in the January.
Yeah.
So if they lose this game, to Tottenham, bro, he's going to be under some serious pressure.
I agree. I honestly, bro, I agree. Like, and if I'm being honest, and it's a lot of managers in this league as well, their in-game management is appalling. Mm-hmm. For example, we saw it against United when United went down to 10 men. Mm-hmm. I even said it in the group. As soon as he took all those players off, like obviously Palmer was injured and all the other stuff, but taking Neto, your outlet, I said, yeah, this guy's giving up.
Biggest shock is if Pedro Neto would have stayed on, that game.
They win the match.
That game would have been different. Yeah. But even still, ST, it's like they're struggling. They are struggling defensively, and they need to sort it out because you come from the high of beating Liverpool, in the last minute, and then all of a sudden it's the low of losing to Sunderland at home, and it's just like, bruh, seriously. But yeah, Mascera's in problems, bro, and I don't know how they're gonna fix it. And then when you go from West London and look into the white half of North London, and bro, Thomas Frank is getting questions asked of him. Obviously, he had a fantastic start to the season, winning I think his first 5 games in all competitions. And then again, it's a manager that, like, when you look at Spurs, obviously they are third in the league. I think third in the league or fourth, one out of two of them. 3 points off Arsenal. You would think, why would Thomas Frank be under pressure? But you look at it and it's like, win the first 5, and then look at this last 9 games. Draw against Brighton, then they beat Doncaster in the Carabao Cup. Mm-hmm. They drew against Wolves at home, which they should have lost, but they scored in the last minute. Drew against Bodak Yellow, which they should have lost because they got outplayed. Mm-hmm. Beat Leeds, then lost to Villa at home, which they deserved to lose. Then drew against Monaco, and they should have lost that game as well. Beat Everton on the weekend, set piece SC, and then got kicked out of the Carabao Cup by Newcastle. Yeah. So when you look at it, ST, like you're looking at the last 9 games, they've only got 2 losses, but there's a lot of draws, only 3 wins. So in all competitions. So I think that's where the question marks, along with the playing style. A lot of Spurs fans are not happy with the playing style.
Understandable.
But ST, is it though? Because they had the playing style under Ange Postecoglou, and we saw what happened. So surely the one thing that Thomas Frank should be given is the time to implement his style. And
I agree.
The other thing I would say to that, ST, is you knew what you were getting because we knew how Brentford played football. Yes. So this weren't new to you. This wasn't a foreign manager coming from elsewhere that you didn't really know about,
Yeah.
or this wasn't a manager that was playing one way and now is playing the other. You knew what you were getting. So I don't understand the pressure that Thomas Frank is under. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it is. Yes, they haven't been playing well, and the results haven't gone the way that Tottenham fans would like. But I agree with you. Like his start has been more impressive than the other stuff. I generally think Tottenham just don't have the quality in general. I reckon,
Yeah,
yeah, especially in the midfield. Like at this moment in time, like for example, Bentancur isn't the greatest.
sideways.
Paulina, again, good player
Yeah.
sideways. Matasar is legs, you need that, but again, he's not a creative. They
Doesn't
miss
fancy
Madison.
Basuma.
Doesn't fancy Basuma. I like Basuma, but obviously he doesn't. And you've got Madison's injured, who's a big
Yeah.
miss.
Kulu's injured.
Kulu's injured, a big miss. He's a very good player. He's suit
And
well.
and then Jaden Smith is just not doing anything, bro.
Yeah, what man like Solanke? You call him Jaden Smith?
Nah. Javi Simons, bro. Javi Simons.
I call him Bauer.
Man said Little Romeo and that.
Yeah, little Romeo, bro. That's him. But yeah, no, he's not doing his thing as well.
What
And
do you
you're
think
playing
about
him
Javi Simons? Because he came with a reputation of he's a talent. He's a big talent, but he just hasn't got going.
He's not doing it enough. You know what it is? He's playing very, very safe. That's what it is. But I also think that, and I'm gonna criticize Frank for this. I think Frank's told him to play a little bit safe, if you understand what I mean, in the system. And I think he's being restricted. But then as well, as a football player, sometimes you need to take the ball by the horns and just control it. But even for Holland, he's the same. He's one of them players, he doesn't do enough. Like you can tell the kid has talent. But I get why PSG let him go. If I'm being honest. I get why at the time.
Yeah, he just doesn't. Like I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't sat and watched the 90 minutes of him.
I watched him,
but he just does. Like
it all looks nice.
He's giving me Memphis vibes when Memphis came to us.
Yes,
and it's like it's all nice and it's pretty, but it's not effective, and he can go missing in games very, very easily. I'm not convinced. And look, when they got him at the time, I thought this is a good signing. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just looking at it now and I'm just like, but some players need time to adapt, especially in this league. But I look at it again and I'm like, if there's a league that you want to come from to go into the Prem, it's the Bundesliga, because the Bundesliga is physical and it's quick. It's quick. The pace is quick because obviously they play a lot of high line and counter attacking football. So you think he would settle a little bit better, but maybe the physicality of the league is more than what he expected. But because Kudus has been the standout for them. Kudus and the centre backs, Van der Ven and Ramiro, have been the standout for Spurs. They've been brilliant. I just think that I don't think Thomas Frank should be getting the criticism as much as he's a manager that was at Brentford, brought Brentford up. He's never managed at this level before.
Of course.
He's gonna need time to adapt, and I don't think he's done anywhere near a bad job in terms.
I don't think he's done a bad job. No.
And ST, here's the thing for me as well. Yes, all right, cool. You won a trophy. Look where you were.
Bro.
You finished 16th it was 17th. 17th. You finished 17th in the league last season. This man has currently got you sitting in third. Like, yes, going out the Carabao Cup was a mistake by him, because at the end of the day, again, I know there isn't the desperation for a trophy there was last season for Tottenham fans, but even still, you want to continue the winning ways and the momentum and getting the silverware in, because you want to make that a regular occurrence. You don't want it to be, all right, yes, we've got over the hoodoo, now let's go another 20 years without winning a trophy. But yeah, I just don't think the criticism for Thomas Frank is warranted as much as the criticism from Mascara. I think for Mascara, it's a lot more warranted than for Thomas Frank. I think Thomas Frank has started off well at his tenure at Tottenham, but it's a massive game. They both don't like each other. ST, when I look at, I couldn't believe this, bro. It's like it's United's record against Liverpool, bro. Last 10 meetings in all competitions, Chelsea have won 8. There's been one draw. Spurs have only won once. In the Premier League, Chelsea have won 7. They've drawn 2. Spurs have won once. But the only one Spurs won in that was February 2023. They won 2-0. I think Chelsea have won the last 2 or 3. And Chelsea did the double over them last season as well. So it's bro, it's a fixture in history where Spurs don't do well, bro. No matter that Spurs could be high flying, they always find a way to. It's that same thing with Arsenal. They always find a way to lose to Chelsea. But I think it's a massive, massive game for both teams. I think from Spurs' perspective, to get over the hoodoo of Chelsea always beating them and this awful record against them, and to give them a more positive feeling after getting kicked out of the cup. For Chelsea, it's a case of we need to try and get the momentum going again. We need to start trying to build something, and we need to keep 11 men on the pitch. And then as I said, Spurs, no Kulu, no Maddison. I think Ramiro is going to be all right. Vicario is going to be fine. For Chelsea, obviously, they've got long-term absentees as well. ST, where's this game going? Because I think where's this game? I think both managers need it, but yeah, I think
they both cancel each other out, bro. I see it like a 1-1 draw, if I'm being honest, because I'm not convinced by both of them. I'll be honest. Like, even though Chelsea have a very good record, I think Tottenham are a lot more solid. But I think Tottenham do lack a little bit of creativity at times, and I think Chelsea have that, but they're just, like I said, they're just inexperienced. I think it's going to be a draw, bro. I'll be honest. I don't think it's going to be a ball fest. I think it's going to be entertaining. I think there'll be a couple of goals more. There'll be goals, but I think it'll be a draw personally.
That's a fair assessment. I agree with you. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw. I think records count for something. I know, obviously, there's always a team on their day that can go against the grain and get a result. Like if Chelsea didn't have the record that they had against Tottenham, I'd be in favour of Tottenham winning this game. But I think it's going to be a 2-2 draw, to be honest. Actually, I'm going to say Tottenham are going to win 2-1. I'm going to say Tottenham are going to win.
I'll say Tottenham. I'll say draw 2-2.
Yeah, I think Tottenham are going to win 2-1. I think they're going to edge it, and I think Mascara is going to be in problems 100%. But that's the big game for the weekend, people. We look forward to it. It's going to be an interesting one, and whoever loses is going to be under some serious pressure. I'll tell you that, especially Mascara. If he loses this with the record that Chelsea have against Tottenham, he's going to be in serious trouble. ST, let's move on. Listen, let's be positive. United, bro, it's been a difficult road. The road is still going to be difficult.
It's still difficult. We're not out of the woods yet at all.
No chance. But that's 6 in the league. We're in the top half.
Yep.
Point off top 4. 6 points of Arsenal.
Positive goal difference.
Positive goal, bro. Listen, it's early doors, but listen, we're there. And we can only be grateful that we're there. 3 on the bounce. First time we won 3 in a row since February 2024, bro. That is crazy.
Yep.
That is crazy.
Hopefully-
Nearly 2 years.
Hopefully the brother can cut his hair soon, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get too excited.
Yeah, I'm not hopeful for that, but
I'm not gonna get too excited. But ST, let's look at it. Obviously, beating Sunderland 2-0. We said it. It was a good result. We had the poddy. And obviously, we said that Amorim, to his credit, at Anfield last season, should have won the game. We tried to be positive, and we got a positive result. It was obviously started fantastically with Mbeumo getting the early goal, and I think that was massive. I think getting the early goal at Anfield was massive for us. Don't get me wrong, we had to weather the storm. We got very, very lucky.
Gakpo hit the post twice.
Gakpo 3 times.
3 times, Jesus.
3 times, hit the woodwork 3 times. Bro, on a different day, Gakpo has 5.
Yeah.
On a different day, bro. A different day, that game finishes 7-4 to Liverpool. That's how crazy it is. But listen, HM5, he earned that name.
Yeah, the name. He played very well
against Liverpool. He played well. I think, we did the business. It ended that.
I think someone also deserves a lot of credit, and we criticized him before, but he's honestly stepping up in De Ligt. I think De Ligt has been very good.
No, 100%. I think De Ligt has been our most consistent defender. I think, look, there was no positive to take out of last season.
No.
But I think De Ligt has been good for us. Consistency in terms of he's practically always available. Yes, he had, bro, away at Brentford was terrible, but that was terrible for everybody. But him and Maguire in that game were good. I think the team played well on a whole against Liverpool, and we took advantage of them. And that's the thing. And then you fast forward to
Brighton.
Saturday evening, ST, and then look, it was the one where in which everybody said it, including Gary Neville. He said, "Winning at Anfield, fantastic for the players, fantastic for the fans, and a good result. But it would have meant nothing if we didn't beat Brighton."
No.
And Brighton started well. First 10 minutes, Brighton were on us. They were keeping the ball very well. And then we started getting on the ball, started going forward. And then obviously, thank the Lord, Cunha got off the mark. Fantastic finish. Nice little pass from Cass. Fantastic finish. 1-0. I would say that kind of went against the run of play, but then we took over the game, and then Cass, obviously it was a huge deflection, but Cass makes it 2-0. Now we should have been out of sight in that first half. Bruno should have scored. I think it was Mason Mount with the other chance, should have scored. We should have had a penalty for Ahmad, by the way. I'm
glad you're saying this. I thought it was a penalty.
We should have had a penalty for Ahmad. These guys are trying to look, and I completely understand it. Like, they're saying, yes, man got a touch of the ball. But I think it's a penalty.
I think it's a penalty.
I think it's a penalty. But listen, it is what it is. But
then also, I must say, the third goal, I think Shaw fouls him. I'll be honest.
No, 100% is foul. 100% is foul. Yeah. I thought they would have overturned that because of shirt pull.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, the shirt pull doesn't make him fall the way that he falls.
But it's a foul.
That, bro, it's a shirt pull. It should have been a foul, but we got it. Fantastic skill from Sesko. Plays in and Mbeumo slots it in. 3-0. Now, ST. And then Mbeumo should have scored after that, made it 4-0. But it was a good save from the goalkeeper. I think there was a chance. Yeah, there was another chance for Bruno where he should have scored, where he got put in, and he still didn't do it.
Yeah, by Cunha. Yeah.
Yeah. 3-0, ST. Cool. Here's my problem. We are not Arsenal. We are not Man City. We're not Real Madrid. We're not Barcelona. We're not Bayern Munich. Let's go down a tier. We are not Bournemouth. We are not Atletico Madrid. We are not Napoli. We do not have the right to be up 3-0 and be trying to take players off. Now, substitutions need to happen, yes. But this whole taking players off to rest, no. We are coming from the depths of hell. We are not comfortable right like that. We don't have the players to do that. So I understood, obviously, Luke Shaw coming off because I think he was getting tired and obviously his fitness thing, fine. Taking Cass off made no sense to me. Now, Cass getting taken off against Liverpool the week before, I understood it because
he was a yellow card.
He played for Brazil. He was on a yellow. He played for Brazil and he played the 90 minutes on the Wednesday or whatever it was that they played. And as you said, he was on a yellow card. So I completely understood Cass coming off. Ahmad is what bothers me. He did the same again on Saturday against Brighton. Cass came off for no reason this time. Ahmad came off for no reason. I know Ahmad got given a yellow card, but he still didn't need to be taken off. So what do? You then move. This time he bought on, I think, Liverpool game he bought on Ugarte. This time he brings in on Kobbie Mainoo, and then he brings on Dorgu. The problem here, ST, is that when he swaps Cass for Ugarte, we lose that little bit of control
over football. Yeah.
So and Ugarte does the headless chicken thing, and then we've got a massive hole in the midfield because he's running around trying to put fires out, and Bruno, obviously, doing Bruno things. When you bring on Kobbie Mainoo, it means we've got no defensive cover whatsoever now.
Yeah.
So the midfield is just open season. You haven't even got someone chasing around trying to put fires out. It's just open. Watching Dorgu's display when he came on against Brighton is now making me understand the manager and justifying the manager playing Dalot at left wing back. Because Dorgu's doing dumb shit at the moment.
He was dumb,
bro. Like just doing dumb shit.
But
the
I will say this.
Thing.
I know we're gonna come to Brighton's goal. Obviously, it was a dumb foul. However, I thought that the player had lost the ball, didn't have control, and it shouldn't have been a foul in that sense. But even if they give it a foul, I can't complain. I don't know, as a referee, if you want to. So
what who was it? What was his name? Minter? It was Minter, isn't it?
Yeah, Minter,
Yeah, Minter. What he did was, so he knew he had lost the ball in it. So what he did was, he knew that Dorgu was behind him. He slowed down, felt the contact. Problem for him was, because the guy kicked the ball so far away from him, Lemons was always going to get the ball, which is why Dorgu wasn't sent off, because it wasn't denying a goal scorer an opportunity because the keeper got the ball. It wasn't a case of it was a 50-50 or the keeper was always going to get the ball, which is why he ended up on the pitch. I was fuming at the time, but it was a foul. The contact was there. There's not a lot you can do. But I completely agreed with the yellow card. Anthony Taylor got it right from that sense. Now, Lemons has come in. He's brought a calmness. I got a keeper that can catch a ball. I got a keeper that can save shots.
Yeah.
Listen, his passing is a bit but I'll take the passing.
I think his passing is good.
I'll take the passing being meh for a goalkeeper that can catch fucking football. Like it's baby steps. But he should have saved the free kick. It went straight down the middle.
It was in the middle.
He
should have saved the free kick.
Should have saved it. Weak hands. He should have saved it. That wasn't when I first saw it. I was like, "Raw, well, but top bins, fair enough." But it went straight in the middle. He should have saved that.
And you know what the saddest thing is as well. He should have saved it. He saved a lot of harder chances.
Yeah,
he saved them.
Yeah,
he should have saved it.
Now everyone's panicking because the stadium went silent. Then Brighton go and make it 3-2 from a corner where Xerxes
Xerxes will
works
let his man
Xerxes.
go.
I know they're doing the zone on marking, but he has to attack that ball.
Yeah.
Now it's 3-2. Now deja vu is setting in. Now everyone's thinking, here we go again. So after all the hard work at Anfield, we're going to go and fuck this up. Luckily, we've got a man in Brian Mbeumo.
That guy, you know how it is, bro.
Bro, listen.
Player.
As we both said, we were happy with Cunha and Mbeumo.
Yes.
Cunha, for me, trying to do too much on the ball.
Yes. Cunha is a very good player, but he seems like, I was going to say, he seems like he crashes out. Like he gets frustrated. I'll be honest, he's in that Bruno ilk, as in he gets angry very easily, like frustrated and annoyed very easily. He's a bit of a crash out. That's what worries me about Cunha. Technically, I have no issue with him because I'll be honest, some of the things on the ball that he does, very good footballer. But as you said,
I think he holds onto the ball too long. He doesn't move the ball quick enough for me. Brian Mbeumo, bro, listen, when I tell you, bro, like, he's my favorite player right now, bro.
Shift and shoot, bro.
Like
and the link up.
Yeah,
the link up he has with
the link, bro. Listen, bro, we're fucked. AFCON. We're screwed, bro. We're screwed, bro. Imagine it's gonna be Dallo and Mount down that side during AFCON, bro. We're finished. No
flavors, no jollof at all.
Bro, listen, bro, listen. But we got to stay in the moment. Amorim Mbeumo, and Mbeumo's been our standout player this season.
Yes.
Very, very happy with him. And the way how he's contributed, bro, like the way how man has that touch under pressure that he's bringing down out the air.
They're firing the ball at him, nutmegs.
Bro, committing players like, bro, and Mbeumo's the type of player that we've needed, bro.
Yeah.
And he's been a massive positive for us. So when we look at it, ST, we've got to give credit to the attacking players. We've given credit.
Yeah.
Look, I'm still not convinced about the system. I'm still not convinced about the manager. I'll be completely honest about that. But what we're seeing right now is that the players seem to be understanding the system a lot more. They're trying to... Bro, like, I still have an issue with these guys pressing. You can't press in this system. You can suffocate, but you can't press in the system. Anytime we press, we get played around. Because in certain spells, when Brighton was playing, they were playing around us.
It was
it was too easy for them. And this is my point. My point is that as much as our attacking players were decent, I haven't seen Brighton pass the ball that badly. I think if Brighton passed the ball 10-15% better than what they did, I think that scoreline is completely different. But listen, we can't deal with it. It's done. We won the game 3 in a row. We've now got 2 tough away games. We go to Nottingham Forest. They did the double over us last season. They've beaten us 3 times in the last 5 games. They've beaten us 3 times. The last 3 games we've had against them in the league, we've lost. Right? It's not gonna be easy. Sean Dyche FC, bro. Obviously, he's come in. Obviously, he won in the Europa League. I watched that game. They shouldn't have won that game against Porto. Porto should have beat them. Obviously, lost on the weekend to Bournemouth. But they're gonna be up. They're gonna be up for this game. The teams are still not looking at United and thinking, "Oh yeah, they're back." They're gonna be like, "If we can get the early goal, we can do these." Right? So it's a case of trying to keep the momentum going. What people need to also understand, ST, is that when we go back to that Chelsea game, if Nottingham Forest finish in the first half, that game looks completely different. The only positive we can take is that Ange isn't the manager, because as bad as he was, he knew how to beat us.
Yes.
So it's a case of we've got to knuckle down. It's not going to be easy, but we've got to take our chances when they come, and we've got to try and be positive. and try and keep this momentum going. If we can go there and get a result, it's looking good. But there's a lot more improvement that needs to take place. And there's a lot more that needs to be done. But ST, I just want to get from you before we move on. The manager.
Yes.
Obviously, he deserves a little bit of credit. But what are you seeing differently from what we haven't seen in the games at the beginning of the season compared to the last 3 games that we've seen from this team?
I still, do you want me to be very honest? You know what,
You don't see anything.
bro? I'll be honest. Look at the substitutions the man made against Brighton. Still the same stupid mistakes. I just think that yes, it's a bit of the players are buying into the system a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
but I also think the players are warm. I also just think the players are taking initiative and actually playing the way they want to play. And I think that they're building relationships with each other. Like I said, Ahmad and Mbuemo playing with each other. I think the managers realize that they have a good relationship and he's put in there. And you know what? Let me give credit to Amorim for that. You've acknowledged that Ahmad and Mbuemo play football well with each other. And what I like as well, and what people don't realize, is that even though Ahmad's playing wing back, which again annoys me, and Mbuemo tucks in, and then Ahmad attacks, or Mbuemo will go inside and then pass the ball to Ahmad, or Mbuemo will go outside and stuff like that. Like the understanding, and so when it's like a midfielder, as we know, one goes high, the other one stays back. They're having that same like thing, like, and obviously playing with Cunha and Sesko as well. The link ups are there. I think the players are also in a good moment. I think I'll give Amorim credit. Playing Cunha, playing Sesko, Cunha, and Mbuemo is a bit of a masterstroke. He's now playing the correct players, but I don't want him to resort back
trying
to
to
Mount.
fucking shoehorn Mason Mount into this team is criminal.
That's what. So I'm gonna give him.
I know
credit
Mount
for that.
signed against Liverpool, but yeah.
So I'm gonna give him credit for that. But if I'm being honest, it's just that the players are now building relationships with each other because we have a lot of new players. Don't get it twisted. Like Menz, Cunha, Mbuemo, Sesko, all these guys are new. So it's taking time for us to get to a certain place where we're playing with each other. But we are now understanding they're playing well with each other. And again, 1 game a week. Like for example, that's for example someone like Cass, who I'll be honest can't play a long time. Like he can't play for like 2-3 games in a week because of his age and the way he plays. But if you play him once a week, I'm happy for him to be playing all the time.
Bro, he's our best midfielder.
Technically he's very good.
Bro, he's our best midfielder. When Cass goes off, this shit, everything falls apart. Everything falls apart.
And I was gonna say, what it is, and everybody thinks that he's not technical. He is technical. It's just the fact that remember, for so long he was playing with people like Modric and Kroos. Of course, you're gonna look like rubbish if you're playing against him. He knew what he was, but it doesn't diminish what technically Casemiro can do. And also, he's a very smart player. Like in terms of when he's in the box, he attacks the ball well as a forward player. All this stuff like that. So again, and also obviously our centre backs have done really well. I think we have very good strength and depth in centre backs. If I'm being honest, I think our centre backs we're good. But it's just the fact that I think the players are just getting to know each other, and are now starting to gel. If you understand what I mean, personally. I don't know if you think it's different, but
bro, listen, look, I said like for you, I think you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, he's made some little tweaks in terms of how they're squeezing up the pitch and they're not allowing teams to play out as much as they once were. But this system can get found. As I said, when we do press, we get played around. When Bruno decides to go and do his hero thing and run off, there is a hole in that midfield. So yeah, and obviously when he does take the likes of Ahmad and Kass off, and then he makes some other substitutions, we look a lot more vulnerable. So there is still work to be done, ST. But I don't want to shit on the parade, bruv. Look, we've gone three in a row. We're in the top half of the table, not obviously a point off top four. If we can get a result against Forest and other results go our way, it's looking positive. So we got to live in the moment, because right now our United fans are looking at us and thinking like, bro, like, are
Yeah,
these
be
guys
happy.
even United
But
fans? But it's just being realistic,
yeah,
because
we're
we've
just
got
very honest.
so far to go. But
Yes.
we've got to enjoy it. But nah, it's positive. It's looking positive. But the real test will come away at Forest, and then obviously next week we'll obviously preview the big one against Spurs. But we can be hopeful and see what happens. People, listen, 3 in a row, and we got to be happy with that, because there is a certain team that can't say 3 wins in a row. They've got I think
issues.
it's issues, some massive issues. And that's the Premier League champions, 7th in the league. Could you imagine?
Bro,
After 5 games, ST,
that we will be saying this?
that
Yeah.
we would be saying that Liverpool, albeit are a point behind Man United in 7th. Early doors, we know, we understand. But I don't think anyone would have said that even this early in the season.
Bro, I
Liverpool could
picked
be
them to win the league.
behind United, bruv. 7th, 2 points off top 4, 7 points off of Arsenal, which is crazy.
Out of the Carabao Cup.
Out of the Carabao Cup. No, but see, before we get into everything that's gone wrong for them, bro. So imagine after Liverpool beat Arsenal, people were saying, if Liverpool, I can't remember who, if Liverpool, yeah, I think they played Palace after, and they were like, if Liverpool beat Palace and Arsenal lose to Newcastle, the title race was over, and Liverpool were going to win the league at a canter. Bro, what a difference a month makes.
Yeah.
What a difference a month makes. It's crazy, ST, right?
But let's be real, bro. It's been coming, though. I'll be honest. Even the wins that Liverpool have been having, they've been sticky. They've been very sticky.
A lot of last minute. Even the first game of the season against Bournemouth, when Bournemouth came back, made it 2-2, and I think Liverpool scored in the 89th minute. Obviously, Newcastle away at Newcastle, they scored in like the 98th minute. A lot of late goals that Liverpool gotten through. So I think Liverpool, obviously, after they lost the Charity Shield to Palace, bro, they won their first 7 games in all competitions. Like, it was crazy. It was like, yeah, every Liverpool, and then they lost to Palace. Ironically, Palace got a last-minute winner against them. Lost to Palace away. Then went and lost to Galatasaray away. Then went and lost to Chelsea. Then went and lost to us. So that was 4 in a row that they had lost in all competitions, 3 in the league. Then they beat Eintracht Frankfurt. But then they went and lost to Brentford. So that was 4 in a row that they've lost in the league, and then got kicked out of the Carabao Cup. Bro, at what point does Lord Veris have to admit that they are in crisis, bro? At what point do Liverpool fans sit back and say, bro, we are in trouble? Bro, you've lost your last 4 in the league. And granted, they're not easy. Palace away is never easy. Chelsea away isn't easy, unless you're Sunderland. Playing United at home would have been the
I'm
banker.
laughing, yeah. Sorry. Just to change subject quickly. I'm laughing, yeah, because you know that remind me of. Remember when Chelsea lost to Sunderland and Asamoah Gyan started dancing as well?
Yeah.
Bro, I just remember I started laughing.
Crazy.
They need to run it back, but anyway, sorry.
But then obviously United at home is the one they would have said, yeah, it's the banker that they were gonna win. They would win that game, and then losing to Brentford, bro. There's so much going on here. Let's start ST with Lord Veris saying long ball FC. Everyone's playing long balls. balls up in the air. United play the ball up in the air 56 times. Everyone wants to play low block against us. No, this, that, and the other. No. Bro, you are the Premier League champions. You won the league at a canter. Why do you care if people are playing long balls and low block against you? Surely you should be good enough to get through it, just like everyone else.
He's moaning. He's just complaining. You know how these guys are salty. Well, you're not taking responsibility for your performances, and it's your fault. Let's be real. Everyone's saying the players. Yes, it's the players, but you've changed the system where you're trying to incorporate a number 10. You've left the midfield exposed. You've not tightened up your defense. And look at you. You're a mess. It's your fault.
Bro, it's crazy because he said yesterday, obviously, they're going out the Carabao Cup to Palace and he played a bunch of kids. And everyone was talking about, why did you make so many changes? And it wasn't just kids ST because Chiesa started that, Endo, Gomez, Andy Robertson, Kirkes. Yeah. Bro, so that's 5 senior players that started that game. So it wasn't all
Crystal
kids.
Palace didn't have their strong team. Crystal Palace didn't.
But he was like, oh yeah, when I saw City's team, they made 10 changes, but it looked like a first team and it was too much Chelsea. It's like, hold on a minute. Whoa. Are we really doing this, bro? Because, bro, you spent $500,000 in the summer. So whose fault's that? Yep. Whose fault's that if you haven't got the players that you need?
You didn't buy a centre-back.
All right. I do feel a little bit for him because the centre-back game should have happened, but unfortunately it didn't. So I do have a little bit of sympathy for him there. But no one told you to let Luis Diaz go.
Yeah.
So I could get it with the Uruguayan and like I could get letting him go because he was rubbish, right? And the truth still needs to pay for his sins for that. But Luis Diaz, you didn't need to let him go. Trent, obviously another one. Trent wanted to go. His contract was up. Cool, fair enough. But Luis Diaz is the one that I circle ST is the one that you should have never allowed to happen because I know he wanted to leave, but you were trying to generate money because you were trying to do the Scouser Galacticos thing, bruv. That's what you lot were trying to do because imagine they went out and spent 130 million on a guy that was being dubbed the Eritrean Eto, and then got Abdi Anichabi, bruv. Like, do you know how
the new one, Abdi Anichabi. Oh my god! Bro, someone said Habisha Havertz.
Bro, do you know how crazy that is? You went and bought, bruv, Florian Wirtz, bro, and shout out expressions, bruv, because as soon as he said this, I couldn't unsee it, bruv. Theon Greyjoy, bruv, Reek, bruv.
Oh,
you went and got Reek, bruv. Like No, serious talk though. Serious talk, bruv. Bruv, listen, you remember what man did to Reek, bruv? What was his name?
It's just left my head.
His name escapes me, bruv. But what's his name? But anyway, bro, imagine you spent 115 million on this guy, bro. If this was Libio,
oh, they'll be cooking him,
bro. They're having a field day. Like, remember, people did the 007 thing with Cunha as well, bro. No one's talking about Wirtz. No one's talking about Wirtz. If this was a United player, bro, look how they're getting on to Gherkin at Arsenal, right, bro?
And he scored,
bro. Like, this guy, I think he got 2 assists against Eintracht Frankfurt, but he hasn't. He's done 0 in the Premier League.
But that's back home in Germany, and obviously, as well. They're cooking both of them. They're calling also Isak and him as well. They're calling Isak Wallahi and Bonaho, bro. It's peak.
Bro, listen,
Reek,
bro. You see Reek? Nah, I'm sorry. Like, we need to call this out, bro. As the truth, as the truth calls in, bro. Genital Wirtz, bro. Like, it's mad. It's mad, bro. But back to the manager. This is his fault.
It is his
You
fault.
were handed a team. You were handed a team, Klopp's team. You didn't have to do anything. You just had to get them going. Bro, we haven't even talked about the pyramid pennant yet, bro. We haven't talked about the pyramid pennant. This guy for his contract, yeah, said, I am the Egyptian Messi, bruv. I'm just gonna play my heart out for this contract, bruv. Now he's looking like Ali Al Habsi, bruv. I'm telling you, bruv. Ali Al Ghazi, bruv. That's what he's looking like right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I don't, bruv.
So
Virgil van Dijk, bro. Bro, you got
what you saying? Well, he right Phillips, yeah?
Bro, you got Virgil van Dijk
Acting like Ice Spice.
Bro, it's crazy how things look, bro. Man's back it up, back it in. Let me pick it, bro. It's crazy, bro. it is it's madness, bro. How bad everybody is looking right now. It's crazy, but anyway.
Oh, I love it. Oh, this is beautiful.
Bro, obviously it is beautiful because they deserve it. Because, bro, they were talking about doing the quadruple, going invincible, like all season.
Yeah, I saw a guy said like we're gonna win every cup, and we're not gonna lose a game in any competition this season. I said,
it's crazy. But I want to get back to the manager because he's not escaping this, bro. You got handed a team. You don't have to do much. Go out there, do your thing, blah, blah. Then you got given money to buy the players. Now, I understand there's a hierarchy with them. It's not a case of the manager says, these are the players I want, go and get them. He works with the director of football and all that, and right? But you've now got these superstars and you can't get the best out of them.
Yeah.
You can't get the best out of them. That is worrying, bro. I get Isak's injured, but Florian Wirtz hasn't worked. Frimpong's another one, injury prone. Can't get the best out of the bruv. These men are made out of sand, bruv. Like just dissipating, like all this time. Like Kerkez. The Kerkez from Bournemouth, bro. Like I don't know what they got, bro. They got an imposter. They must have got his twin brother or something. Because this Kerkez just looks out of his depth. He is shocking, bro. So, but bro, there was massive money spent. So I don't want to hear the excuses.
No, there's no excuses.
You can't deal with the long ball.
You can't pass.
That was proven. You can't deal with the set pieces. You can't deal with the long throws, which Brentford did to you.
Yeah,
right.
You can't control the midfield.
This manager came out and said that it's the long balls and the low block. So basically, you're saying that teams must play the way how you want them to play, and who was the team that did that? Eintracht Frankfurt. Why? Because they're from the Bundesliga. It's high line, high line and attacking football. So it's like, yeah, we can pick them off. No one's going to do that for you in the Premier League. That's why you need to adapt. You need to do some management. You need to figure it out, right? And right now, he's looking out of his depth. Like, there are Liverpool fans literally ready to riot because they are saying this guy is ruining their football club. Fans saying they want Klopp back ASAP, bro.
That's crazy.
Like, that's crazy considering the man said, look, I've had enough, sort of thing.
And the guys just won a title as well. That's crazy.
Yeah, you just want a league. You just want a league. And the fans are like, nah, like, you're an imposter. You're an imposter. Like, that is crazy. Imposter slot, bruv. Like, that is crazy, bro. And
bowling ball head, bro. I can't stand
it doesn't get any easier for them. Obviously, they're at home to Villa. Could see a bounce back reaction. Then they've got two massive games. Trent back at Anfield.
Yeah.
Against Real Madrid. And then they go away to Man City.
Mm-hmm.
ST, could there be a pot, bro? ST, if he were to draw against Villa, lose against Real Madrid, and then lose against Manchester City, we've got an international break after that. could it be in the realms of possibility
I don't
that
think it will
this
be.
man could be sacked?
I hope. No. I hope he stays because he's useless.
Because when
However,
I'm looking at ST, I think Arsenal have got Burnley, and then I can't remember who they've got after that in their game. But say, for example, Arsenal win their next 2 games and Liverpool lose. Bro, Liverpool could end up third. No. So, yeah. Villa, if they were to lose. So I say draw with Villa. What's that? 9. And then lose to. Bro, there's a possibility that Liverpool could be 12 or 13 points behind Arsenal by November, bro.
that's crazy.
I know you're saying no.
I don't think so.
But it could happen.
I mean, if it does, I'll be annoyed because we want him to stay because he's useless. However, I think Liverpool. I don't know. I don't think Liverpool will sack him like that.
Neither do I. But
I hope. Listen, is what happens to them. I stand for every football fan that's actually, and this is what's actually. We all know our group is. We have a lot of different fans in our group, but we are all united in Liverpool's losing because of the way they've acted.
bro,
the way their managers acted.
They Liverpool. One thing I don't like about Liverpool, and I get the history of the football club. They're the most successful English club. They're not the most. They're not the biggest, but they're the most successful English club. So I get it. There's the heritage. There's the amount of trophies that you won, but it's the entitlement. Like to say, you've been winning Premier Leagues like consistently. You've won 2.
You haven't. 2, yeah.
You've won 2 Premier League titles. There's no entitlement for you, right? You shouldn't be saying like Arsenal have more entitlement to the Premier League than you do.
Yeah.
Right? Man City have more entitlement to the Premier League than you do. Chelsea have more entitlement to the Premier League than you do. You can say it for the Liverpool fans can say it for the Champions League and the League Cup because they own the League Cup. But the fact that these guys think that they're supposed to be handed the Premier League on a silver platter is ridiculous. And their fans are getting it. And a lot of people obviously despise United fans, cool. People despise Arsenal fans, cool. Liverpool fans are the next in line after that.
Yeah.
People hate Arsenal fans the most. Then it's United. Then it's Liverpool. And Liverpool could take over United if their fans carry on the way that they do. There's nothing wrong with having standards. That's not the issue here. But it's the sense of entitlement that these Liverpool fans have. And now they're reaping what they sow. Because now you're dying, bruv. You're dying, bruv. Abdi Anichebe, nowhere to be seen. Frimpong, nowhere to be seen. Reek, having an
expression calls him Kai Sinat. That's crazy.
Bruv. Reek, nowhere to be seen, bruv. Kirkes, nowhere to be seen, bruv. It's all mad right now for Liverpool. Gravenberch out injured as well.
McAllister looking like a scrub.
Bro, the pyramid pennant looking like he should be on the streets of Cairo, bro, begging for change.
Wallahi Wright Phillips, yeah? That's what man is
Bro,
on.
It's crazy. I think the only positive
Gakpo and
is Gakpo. The only positive and Gravenberch before you got injured.
Yeah.
But bro, they're in serious problems. But it all comes back to the manager. Now we're going to see if you can coach. Now we're going to see if you can manage. Or is it a case of Lord Varys is going to show everybody why he ain't got no balls? All right? And he's not going to be able to get his way out of this, bro. It's all mad. But you know what?
We love it. We love it.
I love
it. Oh, it's beautiful.
we love
them
it, bro.
suffering.
We love it, but we're going to see what happens. But people, listen, we need to wrap it up there. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Mascera and Chelsea, bro. Are Chelsea in problems? Is he not? Listen, as Cooking with Rash said, is Fat Frank a better manager than Mascara? Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about Thomas Frank in Tottenham. Are Tottenham fans overreacting a little bit? Is Thomas Frank doing a better job that he's getting credit for? And let us know what you think in terms of it's the big game of the weekend. Who you think's gonna? What you think the results gonna be? Is it gonna be a win for Chelsea? Is it gonna be a win for Tottenham? Or is it gonna be a draw? Let us know what you think about Man United. Are United making positive steps to try and get back to some form of consistency? Are you impressed with Embuemo, Cunha, Ahmad, Cass, De Ligt, HM5, Lamens, a goalkeeper that can actually catch the ball? What do you think about the manager? Is this the manager tweaking his system to get the best out of the players? Or is it just the players getting a better level of understanding? Or is it the fact that we've got a couple of Mavericks in our team now that are kind of just doing what they want to do and they're winging it? And let us know what you think about Liverpool's demise, bruv. What do you think about Lord Veris? Is his time up? What do you think about Abdi and Nichibi, bruv? Do they need to get some paper mache and put him back together? Frimpong, bruv, them hamstrings, bruv. Like, listen, I know the feeling. I know it's not easy, but honestly, bruv, reek, 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 bro. Listen, this guy right now, bro. Oh my days, bruv. Listen, like, I'm not gonna lie to you, ST. Bro, he could be looking like one of the worst signings of all time if he doesn't get his act together. And that Kirkes as well, bro, way out of his depth. But do we see Liverpool turning the corner? 3 massive games coming up. Could Lord Veris be sacked if he doesn't get a result in the next 3 games? It's crazy. We want to hear from you. But as usual, before we go, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Get the likes up, get the subscriptions up. As I say all the time, share. We are here. And don't forget to join our social media pages as well. Links are in the description. I want to say thank you very much to my guy, ST, as always. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, bro.
People coming up, obviously, we're back for Footie Chat next week. Boxing Talk will be back. We got all right. So we got obviously Connor and Eubank too, and we got Benavidez in the yard.
Yeah.
When that's the end of the month. That's the end of November, though, isn't it? Yeah. So we still got a couple of weeks before Boxing Talk comes back. Yeah, we still got a couple, but it will be back. 100% because we're not doing a Boxing Talk for that crap that's going to be on with Tank and Jake Paul. We ain't got time for that. Yeah. We've got standards, people. But people, listen, stay safe out there, be safe, and we shall see you very, very soon. Peace.